men who are hiding under this umbrella of I'm the man of the house, I'm the head of the home, or rather men who are overly controlling.
It's an institution because it is not something that one person can run.
Yeah.
So even in the institution of marriage, the way it was wired is such that you are interdependent. You can do it all by yourself. You don't need to marry.
Exactly. It's true.
If you can give birth, bring up another child, if you can do everything by yourself, you don't need the opposite gender.
What can we say? Don't they tend to lose things by not being submissive to their husbands?
Words are relative.
Okay.
When people speak, you listen. If you listen, you get to know where they are speaking from.
Okay.
There are people who, when you ask them what is feminism, you see that their definition is different from what many other persons are posing as feminism.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Some people, because of the number, of the other people who are saying that feminism is about not allowing any man to control you, now tagged everybody feminist in that light. So not really like feminism is really bad in its entirety, but it depends on who is speaking or who is talking about feminism and what they mean. You get?
Yeah.
Now, in the context of feminism as it means to my present generation, feminism as in this dispensation, a lot of people, a lot of ladies who are practicing that feminism are practicing it from a state of hurt. Many of them. So they are seeing it as, we will not allow any man to ride on us. And some of them, you won't really blame them because they are probably coming from a place whereby their fathers hurt their mother so bad. And so they are like, no, we can't take this from any man again. You get? Yeah. That is one. Some other persons, it's just that they don't want to be accountable. They were listening to somebody, they are listening, especially this social media era, this digital era that a lot of informations are flying up here and there. So some of them are not having a mind of their own. Some of them are looking for validation for why they should not take accountability serious or why they should not be accountable. So the moment you distinguish these people, you get to know how to address them. The way God has created us is for you to have a baby girl treatment, you have to mellow. Because your baby girl treatment is only found in your partner the moment you become a baby girl.
Yeah.
But if you keep being masculine, you defraud yourself of your baby girl treatment.
That's true.
Like I said, leadership is service. So you want to be dragging who will wash leg with a man. When you know that in your heart that you want your leg to be washed. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to be massaged, you want to be touched. When you come to that realization, you know that there are some things you're struggling with men, it doesn't even make sense. As a matter of fact, let me even say this. You see, the Bible said a good woman builds her home. The person who builds, is he not the head?
Yes.
Are you getting something? So sometimes you're seeing that the people are struggling with title where they've been given mantle. So it's just that a lot of ladies don't have foresight.
Yes.
They don't even know. So they are struggling with title whereby the actual mantle is with them. A good woman builds her home. So the building of a home is solely on a woman. And you are fighting to be figurehead. That is misplaced identity.
Yes.
So a lot of them have not understood who they really are and what they are really meant to do and what they are really meant to be. You can be more. You can be more. So why struggling with a man? So some of those ladies who are narcissists or who have these narcissistic tendencies are people who, one, have not understood who they truly are and who they are truly meant to be. Because if you truly know who you're meant to be, you know men are like ammo. They're just protecting the main thing, and you're struggling to become an ammo. You want to become an ammo. Those are the things that when they don't know, you understand, they tend to be behaving anyhow. No man, I tell you the truth, no man who loves a woman, no man who loves a woman wants to see them cry. No man who loves a woman wants to see them sorrow. Everything they are doing, even in their shouting, is because they love you. You think about it. If you should have a child and the child is going towards the fire, the child wants to go to touch that fire. At the time you're going to be scolding that child in his juvenile state will be like, this person doesn't like me. Not knowing that they are protecting you. I've heard a story of a man who went back to his mother in their village and asked the mother, what happened to my eyes, because he's blind. And the mother said that when you were small, you were playing with a wood. They collected it the first time, you were crying. And then I collected it, I gave it back to you. They wanted to collect it again. I said, no, I don't want you to cry. Then you punctured your eye. And the person said, you're very wicked. And started hitting the mother. The mother was just saved by people who were just around. This is our generation. A lot of the ladies think that love is always going to be, oh sweetie, oh baby, no, please, oh darling, you don't do it. The same way you would not want to say that to your child when he's going into fire is the same way that man will also treat you. So there are sometimes he knows that this thing you're doing doesn't make sense. You're going to destroy yourself. You have to just calm down. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of the ladies, you know, as it regards feminism, as it regards not submitting or submission, a lot of them are the way they are because they lack foresight. That's why I always say that as a lady, you need to first of all discover yourself. Get so much of light. So a lot of ladies are in that state or in that stage of their life whereby they've not received enough light.
Okay.
If you're well informed that a man in his reasoning is logical and a woman is emotional, you will trust the leadership of the man.
Yeah.
Remember, you are the one who chooses the kind of man you want. So the man you're choosing is the man that you trust his leadership. So why debate his leadership at the long run? Men are logical. A man can be thinking about the next 10 years. As a matter of fact, when two people come like this now to marry, only on rare occasions will you see a girl who is thinking very far, which is a function of how far they've discovered themselves. Or how much they've discovered themselves. Most of them are just thinking about wedding plans just now. That's why a man will be thinking during the time of his wedding how we are going to have more money to do some things after wedding, how we are going to do this. And a lady is thinking of the clothes, her friends to impress, her this and that. You understand?
Yes.
At the long run, those things will fade. It will fade and her eyes will be opened.
Yeah.
But that is why the leadership of a man sometimes, that's why I said that this thing you say about proving is relative. That's why the leadership of a man sometimes can be strict.
Okay. In such situations,
It should be strict. Every man should know the time or when he should man up to certain responsibilities irrespective of the lady's emotions.
okay.
Every man should know this.
Yeah.
Why you must know this is that if you fail, she will still come back and hit it on you. Not minding that she's the one who pushed you to do that thing.
Yes. Yes.
And this is a woman's world. We are not looking for excuse from a man.
It's true.
You understand?
Yeah.
So as a man, you also need to know that, at this point, irrespective of the emotion, I must take this decision. I must be firm on this decision because this decision is for our destination.
Yeah.
This our emotion is just for a temporal time. You get?
Yes.
So as a man, you must know when to man up. And as a lady, you must also know when to calm down. and trust the leadership of this man. And I'll tell you one more secret. This is a secret. Do you know that anytime a man is doing, I want to go here, and you tell him go there, he will not go. If you tell him, you are not going there, he will go.
He will insist.
If you want to get a man's attention, you must learn to use your emotion. That is that feminine energy. And that feminine energy is such that shows the man that I'm vulnerable. A man protects what is vulnerable. That's why when you see in war, they are looking for children and women. Those are the vulnerable people. So, but the moment you take yourself out of that place of being vulnerable, you want to prove to him, you don't want to submit, he will leave you. Or he will confront you as his mate. Remember, a man protects what's beneath him, fights what's at his level, and runs from what's above him. The moment you show a man that you are above him, he will leave you. You show him that you are at his level, so that's why this equality nonsense has got to stop.
Definitely.
It has to just stop. That's why I'm against it. You are not equal. If you show a man that you're equal, you will suffer because you're not equal.
Yes.
So a lot of them who are doing that have not come to this realization, like I said, that you can control a man. You can hold any man. The truth, I'm telling you, any man who says he loves you, you can pocket him. You can, some people say pocket him in what way? You can press his mumu button at any time if you understand the power of feminine energy. And feminine energy, one of the characteristics of feminine energy, very major characteristics, a core characteristics of feminine energy, submission. Babe, you say you want to go for this thing. Okay, let's go now. Then he will not start asking you, wait, you are not happy. Is it because of this thing I said? You know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But remember, for a man, the person I call man is a man who has found his manhood in Christ.
Okay.
There are days that you will do that your emotion, he will not listen to it. He will take you, he will go with you, but he knows that what we are going for is very important.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to cut you short, right? Because you've emphasized some certain things and you're beginning to strike some chord in my head. It's just like saying there are places where the man has to use veto power on the woman, right? To push her to get some things done. Now, let me give you an instance. You reach an agreement with your spouse, and after a while, the person comes back and says, because of this, because of that, I don't think we can carry on with this agreement. But then, the both of you know that this thing in which the agreement on is something that is glaring, something that you should do, right? And then he just reached a conclusion that now I'm a hota. Regardless of you may go agree on, now I'm a hota, and it's final. So whatever you think or feel at that moment is inconsequential. For me, I feel like you are just trying to be like you want to rub it in really that you're a man.
Okay. In cases like that, I think there is going to be an explanation. That is why it's an institution. You understand? You don't just take decisions on your own. But there are times I might be seeing from story 1, you are seeing from story 3. Let me give you an instance. Say that there is a siege around here. You understand? And we have this place where we are, and we have like an upstairs up there. Right? You know, I'm limited to what I can see from here. But the person up there can see more.
Yeah.
So there is a time that the person who is up there, who can see more, the person who is up there that can see more, will tell you, see, we are not going to do this. You have not seen it, but the person knows what they are saving you from.
Okay.
You understand? But at the same time, depending on the nature of whatever is happening, most of the times it is very advisable that you explain to these people. But there are times that you don't even have time to explain that something has to be done, because if you waste 1 minute, you people are gone.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you need to understand that there is a difference between what needs to be done and what I want to do.
Okay.
What needs to be done now is to invest this money.
Okay.
You want to go on vacation, but if we do not do what needs to be done, we will go on vacation and then we'll come back to square one.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not like you're saying they are using veto power. Like I said, if you trust the leadership of a man, and if it is not like there's a balance to it, a serious balance to it, a man must not always be coming up with that. We have this thing now. All of a sudden we switch. We want to do this, we want to do that. If you're planned as a man, you have to be planned. I give you an instance. I'm supposed to be in something with the lady in my life. We're supposed to be in an event. And somebody calls me, right? And says, Val, I want you to come for this thing. Being a man is striking a balance between those two. I will not tell that person, okay, I'm coming, and tell my partner I'm coming, and then be lost at the center. I will not do that. But if I should tell the person eventually that I'm coming, I'm going to tell my partner, see, we've told this person we are coming, we have to structure our time to meet up with this person and go and do this.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is that you're leaving an imprint, because relationships, beyond your wife and your husband, you still need other people. And if people cannot vouch for you, that you can say you'll be here at this time, and you keep to it, is a problem for you.
Yes.
So, what it should now be is that I come back to my spouse and I agree with my spouse that before we take certain decisions, we have to look at these things. Look at it from this perspective, look at it from the other perspective, and you can't just wake up and say we are not doing this again. There has to be an agreement. That's why the Bible said that two cannot work except they agree.
Yeah.
You understand? If not, it's going to be a loop that is going to cage you, cage him, and you are not going to know, because you're going to want to satisfy this person at the detriment of a relationship that will probably bless you. And you keep doing it, you will not know. So for things like that, it's always good that the guy tells the lady, we agreed to this thing, we are going to go for this thing, this is what I told you, I already told this person in years. Then how do we work around it so that by 2 p.m. me, I will go for this, or by 1 p.m. or the next day I can be able to go for this thing? How do we work around it? It's not a veto power thing now. It's a communication something.
Yeah.
It's more like a communication. So you communicate it. You don't just decide it. It doesn't work like that. Even as a guy, I don't even advise that. You don't do it. You communicate your intents. This is what we want to do. This is how we're going to do it at this time. This is what I've agreed to. Then the lady is going to now start pushing you. You need to be in this thing. But if it's not an understanding lady, that is always wanting what she wants, not what needs to be done, the person will not understand the
need for it to be there.
Yes, the person will not understand certain visions that they need to pursue. It's just majorly a communication thing.
Does it mean that relationships can thrive when one is the leader and the other one is the follower, like without any argument?
Like, can marriages truly thrive where the man is calling the shots and the woman is just following? Like, whatever you say, we say yes, sir. Whatever you say, we say yes, sir.
Like I said, it's an institution. Marriages will not thrive if the both persons don't bring, because you're coming with something, I'm coming with something. Nobody has monopoly of knowledge. So the marriage will not even succeed if I'm always leading and you're telling me yes, sir. Yes, sir. As a man, it should even get you worried.
Exactly, yeah, right.
As a man, it's a threat to my life.
Okay.
That if I'm telling my wife everything, she's saying yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. It's a big threat to me. So I should be even more worried. What is happening to me? You understand?
Yeah.
I should be more worried, not something I should pride in. Nah, my wife. If I tell her, she's not telling me yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
My lord.
No. Men who have foresight and have insight understand that it's a problem.
Okay.
It's even a problem for me if I'm in a place where I'm leading people and all of them are always doing yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. And because I feel that I'm the boss. If they tell me something contrary or somebody expresses the emotion, I feel that they've done worst, they've done bad. It's just emotional immaturity and insensitivity that will bring a man to that point. Now it means that I can lead a people and I can tell these people, see, we have to do this thing. And the person tells you, sir, I have to go to write my exam tomorrow. And I said, this person is not faithful to our cause. It's a lie. It's a lie. If I truly care about them, I will even say, oh, this thing that these people are doing, let me give them this time. Let me make this room for them.
Okay.
The same thing in relationships. So if I come to a point whereby I'm always there and they're always saying it, yes sir, problem, run.
Okay.
Run. No relationship thrives on one person. It's mutualism.
Yeah.
If it is not mutualism, it is not a relationship. It's now a parasitic relationship.
Yeah.
So it means that there is a host and there is a parasite.
Yeah. Okay.
And that parasite is the one who has been calling the shot.
Yeah.
But does not know. That is the deceit of the devil. That parasite is actually the one who says, my wife is always telling me yes, yes. If I tell her this, I say yes, yes, yes. And you're laughing like you are dying. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you tell her, go and do this thing, she will go and do it. The person who will kill you is there. The person who will buy you, the people who will take your life, they are there. The things that will kill you, she's seen them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, to your death.
Alright. Okay. So for this kind of relationship now, are there some silent ways whereby the wife tend to retreat or resent the leadership of this man?
The truth is, there is how somebody will treat you. You have something to give, but you can't give it.
Yeah, I think
You'll be holding it back.
Okay, so I think that happened to me on Sunday. I had an issue with my man. So not quite Odika, like it's in this kind of circumstance that husbands still go to their wife and they have sex and all of that. I'm like, you won't even near me. you won't come close to me. Like in this situation, no, you never. So like, yeah, it's something that happens, right? They tend to withdraw, go back to their shell.
You don't get the best from
Exactly.
people
When they withdraw.
It's
true.
Because it's with joy you withdraw from the well. So if the person is not joyful, it's even risk for you to be having sex with your partner when they don't have. Because somebody who has senses working at there is a state in their life they will not agree to certain things. They will not. In as much as some people will preach, say it is at that time, it's a lie. They will not. So you have to arrange the bed because it's with joy. You draw from the well of salvation.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah. So please, I have one more question. You know, a man listening to this podcast will be like, okay, I want to be a better person. And he will start asking himself, at what point should he give his woman the opportunity to become the leader?
No, you're not giving the woman leadership.
Right, yes.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But you're allowing the woman to find expression.
Okay.
Her potentials to find expression. And as a man, listen, before you give a woman 3, make sure she can manage 0.5.
Wow.
And she can manage 1. You understand? Because some persons will be like, after this thing, we've heard this thing, let me allow my woman. The truth is that some men also who are holding their wives back understand that their wife cannot manage some things. You know that there are some informations that your husband or some people's spouses are holding from them because once they tell them these things, the way they are going to behave is different.
Yes.
Some of them will start putting it up on their face every time they have an issue.
It's true.
Some of them, what they are even telling you, you're supposed to work with them through. You see that you're overreacting. So the man is telling you, I've had an issue like that, where I was telling a girl then, I was in a relationship, that this lady, she wants me to see her to this thing. I'm just being open and sincere. I noticed that she could not handle it, that she was feeling insecure and she would to behave in a certain way when I tell her these things. So I started holding it back. And you know the truth is that moment I started holding it back, I noticed that I started giving other people attention. That's the truth. So as a lady, if you've not grown emotional intelligence, there are certain things that should not be given to you
As a responsibility.
as a responsibility. So watch your woman, check her very well. If she's somebody who you can trust with certain things, give it to her in accordance with her growth level, because you cannot give your little child a car because the child is crying, I need a car, I need a car, I need a car. You understand?
Yeah.
The child grows to a point whereby the child can now touch the pedal. And that the child can touch the pedal doesn't mean that it is time for the child to drive or to get the child a car. There are other things mentally that the child needs to develop. There are other things the child has to develop mentally, the child has to develop physically as well.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
gain stamina before you give them certain things. So as a man, check your woman, check her growth process. Is she evolving? If she's not, then that is where the problem comes. You don't give her more than she can handle at that time.
Okay.
So that's just it.
All right. So finally, what advice would you give to a couple struggling with leadership imbalance?
A couple who is struggling with leadership imbalance.
Yeah.
Find out the strength of your wife.
Okay.
Allow her strength to find expression. Find out her strength, allow it to find expression. Find out the strength of your husband, allow it to find expression. And communication is everything.
Very paramount.
Is everything. So if you people are not communicating, there is no way that you can get to that point whereby you can now know, okay, I'm not doing this right. So communication at every stage is what is going to help couples who are struggling with submission, with leadership, communication. Tell your wife, because I have not trusted you enough with these things. The one I gave you last, this is the way you behave. That's why I can trust you on this. Then she knows that actually you're taking this decision not because you hate me, but because, okay, then something I did. So with that,
yeah, thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you so much, our viewers, for staying up to this time with us on the Heart Talk with the PC Stars on Realities of Life podcast. We trust that you had an amazing moment learning with us on redefining leadership in marriage. So do well to subscribe, like, comment on those videos, also share, and by adventure you have some issues surrounding leadership in marriage that you would want us to tackle probably on our next episode, do well to hit it down on the comment section, and I assure you that on our next episode we will look at it. All right, thank you and keep streaming.